This Teddygaming Views here. Welcome back to a no review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TMNT, the Nightwatcher issue number 1, and oh my god, wow, oh god, where do I even begin with this issue? So, I know the main thing which I really want to talk about is the actual reveal of who the Nightwatcher actually is, because I've got a few things which I just want to ramble, because I like it. There's a little things, a little dislike mainly due to the costume and the text, but other than that, oh my god, this is a really great issue. I can't wait to see where this whole series goes. Oh my god, just wow. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I'll start with the bits that happened throughout the issue, which was just interviews with different people. Now, for the most part, these bits aren't really that important to the actual story or the actual issue itself. It's just like some random person talking to like a mum, a construction worker, a weird lying character who believes in the end of the world and voodoo and crap like that. And then also got Mona Lisa, which I was quite surprised at because I was not really expecting to see Mona Lisa and just so that's like a really great surprise there. And yeah, I mean, other than that, there wasn't really too much to these little bits here. I mean, I feel like these kind of like more those like kind of things where if you look into it a little bit more, then they do reveal a bit more interesting stuff. But at the same time, some of them they did feel a bit pointless, really. I did like the lion one just because, oh yeah, yes, because the Nightwatcher's come, he's gonna protect us, it's the end of the world and all that crap. I liked it for that kind of reason, but if it wasn't for that, I do feel like some of these ones would have been pointless. But yeah, I didn't hate them. I just felt like there could be a bit more of a reason to it. But I did enjoy like some of the like perspectives which like some of the characters were talking about in terms of like their views on the mutants, stuff like that. I did find that to be pretty interesting, but at the same time, there's not really too much to these scenes. So, yeah. Okay, so then for the actual main bit for the story, we do get to see the Nightwatcher. He's, Nightwatcher, I should say, is going around town trying to beat up the new villain, and that's just a random thug who's just got lucky with a new weapon to stop mutants, and also is kidnapping a 10-year-old kid. Why? And turns out that he's been hired by some special people to do this kind of stuff, and I'm assuming that these special people are probably going to be the villains for the series, for now at least. And just, oh god, I can't wait to see who they are. I don't know if they're going to be like a new character, a recurring character, or anything like that. I'm not too sure who it could be, but I'm sure I'll find out soon enough, and just, oh, I can't wait for that. And yeah, so basically the Nightwatcher's going around on the car trying to stop the guy, and then that's when they actually do stop the car, and this is when we do get to see a quite brutal attack where we do get to see the Nightwatcher. They're just beating on the guy quite a lot to the point where they have blood on their fists, which I was so surprised and shocked by this. And I do think that this was definitely the thing which definitely tipped me over the edge in terms of liking this issue so much more, because of how dark, mature, and bloody it is. I just couldn't believe it that it was like going down this route of doing stuff like this. Just, oh my god, I can't believe it, and it was perfect. And I just hope that they do keep up this sort of maturity and darkness throughout this whole series, because if they do, this could honestly be one of the best series ever. And just, I just couldn't believe it. Just, oh my god, wow. So yeah, other than that, we do get to see the Nightwatcher. He does god, the Nightwatcher does beat up the character, and then is able to get out the little kid. And yeah, so that's when we do get the big reveal of who the Nightwatcher actually is, and it turns out it is Jennifer. And wow. So where do I begin? So on the one hand, I do dislike it a little bit because it's not Rav, but I don't hate it because it's not Rav. I mean, I want it to be Rav just because it was him in the 2007 movie. Of course, I want it to be him just because it was him. But at the same time, I'm honestly happy with this change. I'm really happy with it because, oh god, like there's like quite a few things which I do quite enjoy about this. One is giving Jennifer like something to do, and it's somewhat serving as a volume 3 for Jennifer, which, yay, I just can't believe that she's getting more content. Her own solo series, just perfect, wow. And I do feel like that like this is somewhat what they should have done with Jenica a little while ago. Because I know that some people do have their complaints about Jenica being like part of the team and stuff like that, and I do feel like that this is possibly like the best way to go around it, just because if you dislike the character, then she won't be in the main series as much, but she can still pop in and out of the series. But also at the same time, given her own series, it still gives her something to do, still be in the spotlight and stuff like that. And I think that this is absolutely perfect. And I just can't wait to see where we're going to be taking the character. Not to mention with how dark this thing is, it could be taking her back to her roots of being like an assassin. Just, oh my god, so much about this I'm loving so much. The downside to all this is some bits which I did do in this issue, which I don't know can be changing, but I hope they do. Just because, one, the lights on the Nightwatcher's suit, they're red. Wouldn't it make more sense to have them be yellow because of her bandana and all that kind of stuff? But I mean, I know it's not really like a big deal, but at the same time, each tool had her own colours. You would think that I'd go down that route. So yeah, and then also in saying that, also the Nightwatcher's text that's also in red. I mean, again, like if it's from Jenica, wouldn't it be in yellow or something along those kind of lines? So it's not like a big deal or something which I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. But at the same time, she wears a yellow bandana for a reason, so why don't you use those colours to really emphasise the fact that it's Jenica and all that kind of stuff? So I'm just wondering why, but at the same time, it's Jenica, Nightwatcher, oh my god, perfect, best thing ever. So yeah, just wow. So yeah, overall this issue, this was definitely a really great start to the series, and I just can't wait to see where this issue goes next. The artwork was really on point, really like brutal, dark, mature, and that even goes for the colours themselves. Like the colours are really great and amazing, and just I feel like the art and the colours like complement each other so well. And I feel like this whole team is just a perfect match to like be put onto this series, because it's just perfect. It just brings out the best in everything really. And then even with the writing, I think that because I do feel like some people, I've seen this online with some comments already saying that it does feel a little bit preachy, but I would say that compared to the Free Comic Book Day, this doesn't feel as bad as that, where it felt like it was really preachy. There are like some aspects which I do like see like that kind of thing being a problem, especially like the interviews kind of thing, because there's going on about, oh yeah, mutants are bad, wish they would change and all that kind of stuff, which I'm not too sure if that's really it. And then also like some of the words which even like the 10-year-old was saying, like saying he like feels like a victim, stuff like that, which I don't know, because I understand like what Junior Bar is trying to say with the characters and stuff like that, and I think it works really well for what he's trying to write with the characters and stuff like that. But at the same time, because it's a like, very touchy subject in a way in terms of how you go around it, this kind of stuff. And I do feel like with all the messages which he wants to say, they're not bad. I do agree with them. It's just that maybe these are coming a bit too late, like after everything has happened in our real, in a real world and stuff like that. So had this come out a bit earlier, I feel like it wouldn't have been as bad maybe, but at the same time, I feel like people would say and definitely would have said it was a lot more preachy then. So it's just going to be a weird kind of situation where it's just like no matter when this thing was released, it's going to have that big problem with just like how far is enough to really write about this stuff before it just becomes just like, oh yeah, well these people are bad because they don't like us and all that kind of stuff. So I just feel like it depends on how far Junior Bar wants to go with this, but at the same time I feel like this was definitely a better use of writing all these characters and trying to send out the message compared to the Free Comic Book Day stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how far this all goes, but yeah, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this issue? Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's going for today guys. If you listen, please share, let's just grab another stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.